This was new for me. Yeah, it happened. Massaging her lower region, she starts to make these noises. Now, she can't talk, but she can make sounds. For the record, Your Honor, none of these sounds were sexy to me. None of them. So, like, I'm, massaging the little area or whatever, and she just, I'm like, hold on. What's happening right now? Huh? What? And so, I can tell like it's intensifying for her. And I'm just like, what is happening right now? And she's just like, listen, don't judge me because I was surprised as you are right now. She pushes me back, undoes my, takes my belt buckle off, pull it down. She just started going ham on the mic, right? Just, and at this point, that calmed me down, got me, because it was like, but, regular stuff. All of that regular stuff, right? So I sort of let the sounds that I heard sort of dissipate in my mind. Then they came right back when she hopped up on my lap and jumped on the mic. As soon as she, and I was like, it was like a seal, like, family, stop it. I know what y'all doing right now. Stop it. So she on top of me, and DeLamonte at this point, he's into it, but he's not into it because he's like, why is she and the thing is, I'm like, why don't you just try to be quiet? I know this is probably, you know what I'm saying? It's probably normal for her, but she should have warned me. It should have been a disclaimer. Some kind of label should have been written, and I should have been able to see it and read it and make a decision. But no, I am now having sex. All I can say is, fam, the sounds that she was making was doing nothing for me sexually. I'm on it. I got a handful of ass. She on top, but it's just the sounds, and I'm just like, just be quiet. At this point, just shut the fuck up. Just close your mouth. She just got louder. And it just went on for like about 5 or 7 minutes. And then DeLamonte and me was just like, we looked at each other and we just, no, this isn't happening. So DeLamonte just went, and so she got she got off, and she was just like, huh? And I'm like, so she go grab her phone. She texted me, what's the problem? And I'm like, yo, this is different. I ain't never did this before. You know what I'm saying? Like, you making some sounds that I've never heard. And she texts me, and her face, she's light-skinned, so her face started turning red. She's just like, text me. She's just like, I didn't know I was making those sounds. Yeah, it's been a minute for me. I'm so embarrassed right now. I try to keep my mouth closed. I don't try to like make sounds because I don't know what the sounds sound like to other people. I've just been told they're not, great. I'm feeling sort of, embarrassed for her at this point because I'm like, she texts me and she's just like, I'm embarrassed. It's okay if you want to leave. I'm sorry, da-da-da. Now I feel bad. Now and this is always the part of the story where, Tom, you had your out. She told you can leave. But guess what? Tommy always takes things way too far. Yeah, I'm a professional, go too far. I sit down, I'm talking to her, we trying to get through it or whatnot. We start going at it again. So we start going at it again. At this point, I got her bent over on the couch, and I'm, bow. And now she like this, try to keep her mouth closed. Ain't want to make no noise. She ain't want to let that Helen Keller out. I'm, at this point, I'm in it because, the body was bodying. This is how I get in trouble. When they be like fluffy and soft, yeah, I'm attacking this thing at this point, right? The mood is set. She ain't making all them noises and stuff like that. But start feeling that thing throb. Start feeling it throb. And I knew it was coming. Yep. Start feeling it throb. And then she let it out. She came. It gave seal. Again, it gave seal. And not the singer, not the, kiss from a rose. None of that happened. It was more of a seal on the side of a ocean, a Arctic ocean. The sounds, once again, did nothing for me. She's laying there, she flips over and she's laying there and she just like sort of gyrating and whatnot. Now, I knew right then this was going to be a wham bam, thank you, ma'am, because I don't think I could ever do that again, right? She grabs her phone and she texts me and she's just like, I did it again, didn't I? And I was like, yeah, you did it again. You did it again. And it wasn't great again. She's like, I'm sorry. It's been a minute for me, give me a chance, I'm not thinking nothing of this relationship at this point. I'm just like, okay, we talked, we did some adult things. Now I'm going to evacuate this premises, okay? And so I, grab my stuff. I try to go leave. And she's just like, she texts me and she's just like, no, don't leave. I'm like, yeah, it's late. I got a show tomorrow. I got to, get ready. And she's just like, okay. She's texting me. So she's like, let me make it up to you. Let me, get us breakfast in the morning. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Just text me, obviously. So I leave. I go back to the hotel room. And I'm just like, how and why, all this stuff. At this time, I go back to her social media platforms and I'm going back and I'm looking at videos and I'm looking at pictures and I'm like, there's no indication, period, that, this is what it was. And I'm just like, damn, Tom, you done did it again. How? Nigga, you is a professional. What the fuck are you doing? I call my friend and I'm like, hey, this is what happened, da-da-da-da-da. She's like, man, that's kind of shallow. You need to, I don't know, she could be like that girl, you know what I'm saying? Well, she just got a disability. And I'd be like, my thing was, I don't really think it was the disability. I think it was the fact she didn't tell me she had a disability. And that's the thing with withholding things. Why do people withhold things? Real quick, everybody. Yo, to help support the channel, we do got Storytime hoodies available on the website. Go to tomswoopeevents.com and go to merch and you will see hoodies, all different designs that I've designed personally. If you want to get some of my event hoodies to go to Hip Hop and R&B Bingo, those are available on the website. Once again, to stay locked in to everything we got going on, whether it's the shows, content like this that we do on YouTube and all the other social media platforms, just hit me up. Text Hey Tom to 216-284-3444. Now back to the story. So the next morning, we're at breakfast. She's acting like nothing happened. And I tell her, I was like, hey, I talked to my friend yesterday, sort of got me together on a few different things. I just want to apologize. It was just different for me. I kind of want to see where it goes. We've been texting back and forth. I like our conversation. I like what the things we talk about. Let's just see where it goes. And she's, texts me and she's just like, I'm so happy that, you are saying this, right? I had left her hotel room that she had got us, went back to my hotel room where I stayed the night. Somewhere along the way, I lost this watch. This Movado watch. And I know y'all watching this, you're like, well, you got it on, so you obviously found it. Ladies and gentlemen, she had the watch on at breakfast. I just didn't even notice it. When I left breakfast, I went back to the room. I was still looking. She ended up texting me and she's like, haha, you didn't even notice it. And I'm like, notice what? I have your watch. And I'm like, oh, I've been looking for my watch. Oh, I thought I lost it. And she's like, nope, I got it. So I'm like, okay, I'll grab it from you later. I've dealt with women like this before. What they do, they either try to leave something or take something if they want to see you again, so you have to see them. That's what I thought she was doing. I may have took my watch off before the action. She picked it up and she was just like, wow, hold on to this because I know he's not going to leave this $1,200 watch. So I'm like, okay, no harm, no foul. I figured I'd get my watch later on that day. We do the show. She come back to my hotel room. We didn't do anything that night, but we just hung out or whatnot. She left, went back. She told me she'd drive me to the airport. So the next morning, she comes to get me. She drives me to the airport. Get on a plane. I land. I get off the plane. She sends me a picture wearing my custom jacket. And she's like, you've got to come back to get this one. Bitch, you a thief. And no the fuck I don't. I ain't coming back nowhere. Bye. I done messed with a girl like this before and it doesn't end well. I told her, I was like, hey, you can have that jacket. I was already on the fence about the whole, I blocked her, clipped her on all social media platforms, banned her from purchasing tickets at the show. in the venue that we was at. I know what y'all thinking. Tom, why? I'm learning. I'm trying not to make the same mistakes. I'm tired of making these videos about the same mistakes. So what I did is I cut it off at the knees. Over with. But guess what? That's just another one of my wild and crazy stories. I'll see you in the next one.